Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with mudlarking finds. Today's craft is going to be a sign using driftwood that I got from Bottle Beach, a handle that I got from Carol from Lovey Darlings. Okay, she saved me quite a few handles, so that's one of them. I've got a piece of chicken wire that I got from a local dump site only last weekend, as it happens. A bit of mesh that I probably got from a local dump site quite a while ago. I've had that one a while. I've got a clip, might use it, might not. I haven't decided yet. I've been gifted again some nice things, and this week it was embossing powders. So this is the Nouveau embossing, the same make of the gilding flakes that was gifted a few weeks ago. So we've got a white embossing powder, like a silvery grey embossing powder, a black one, and like a khaki coloured one. That's Nouveau, N-U-V-O embossing, they're called. Okay, I've also got some mica flakes. I might put those on, might not, I haven't decided. I've got a few little, metal chains and things. I've got this. I might use it, I might not. There is a nail sticking out of this piece of wood. Might utilise it to hang that. I'm not sure yet. Right, I'm not going to heat glue anything on because it just won't withstand the weather. Okay, because this is a sign. This is an outdoor sign to go on an allotment. Okay, so I'm going to use the E6000 glue. I've used it many times before, but it sets fabulously hard. I would have used my silicone glue, but I just can't put my hand on it at the minute. It's hiding somewhere in this room. Okay, and I'm going to be using the Cricut Joy. I'm going to be cutting out a stencil. I'm going to try the stencil with the embossing powders first, okay? And with embossing powders, you need your Versamark, okay? So you need that. All will be revealed. Okay, and heat gun, obviously, which is down here. You can't see it. Right, so I'm going to try it with this. If it doesn't work with this, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to stencil the good old traditional way with stencil and some acrylic paint, okay? But I want to give it a little bit of a different try, and I want to use my embossing powders. Just because I was gifted them this week, so why not? Right, okay, I think the first thing we need to do is get the Cricut app off on the phone. 1 second. Okay, we've got the Cricut app on my phone. I've already done a sign for it, and it's here. I'm going to press Make It on the mat because I'm going to use the green mat. Here we go, it's on the mat there. Next. Going to set all materials. Going to go down to vinyl, and we want a premium vinyl there. I think that's what we had it set on last time. I'm going to secure the vinyl I'm using is any vinyl. This is just one I've got a load of, because with the stencil you never see the vinyl. The vinyl is just merely the stencil, so I'm just using one that I've got a lot of. Okay, I'm pressing it down firmly, which I didn't do last time, if you remember. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the machine. The machine will check it to make sure there is enough vinyl and enough mat. Okay. Okay, that tells me that there is enough, so I can now press go. Okay, that's cut out nicely. I press OK on there. It's unloaded, and I need 2 of these, so I'm just going to cut another one and I'll come straight back to you. Right, I've cut out 2, and I have picked out the wording and the picture here. I'm not actually sure this is going to work, so I'm going to try it, but I'm fully thinking this is not going to work on here. Okay, because this is quite rough and this is quite small. I might need to cut it out on the bigger machine so I can do it longer. Okay, but you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's give it a try, because sometimes these things do work. Right, so this is transfer tape. It's tacky, but not too sticky. Okay, we're going to put it over our stencil here, like so. You know the score. We push it on. Make sure we're getting those middle of the letters, like the middle of the E and the G. Like that. Yep, so don't forget, it's just reverse. If we were putting it on as a sign, we would have weeded out the outer bit, wouldn't we? So we want the outer bit. That's the stencil. Right, let's give it a go. I haven't got my nails. I haven't got my sharp nails, so I'm going to use a knife. Okay, just to start that corner off. Right, we'll just make sure it's all coming off together. Oops. Oh, don't need that. Don't need that middle of the dot of the eye. I don't need that. Okay. Right, okay, peeled it off there. There you see, that is a stencil. Like I say, it might work, it might not work. It's just, there you go. It's quite small, so, oh, you know me, I like to make mistakes. Right, I'm going to do this in 2 layers. So, this is the first one. I'm going to really press it on as hard as I can. It's very bumpy, this wood. It might not even stick to it, I don't know. Don't forget, make sure you press the middle of those E's and the G's. Okay, let me just give that a bit of a snip to go around that nail. Okay. Okay, just peeling off, just checking to make sure that nothing's peeling off that shouldn't be. And then we'll go give it another press over all the edges, okay. Right, this says Withering Heights, by the way. Withering Heights because it's an allotment on the top of a hill, just overlooking beautiful views in full sunshine, but the people that are doing the allotments are not very green fingered, hence why it's called Withering Heights. The heights being the hill, the withering being the fact that they're not very good at growing things. Okay, so this is going to be an allotment sign. Right, just making sure everything is pressed down. Right, let's give this a go. Right, my idea is to, let me just get my heat gun. Sorry, excuse me. My heat gun ready. Okay, I haven't bothered doing that one because if this doesn't work, I'll just use that as a stencil on the other side. Okay, right. So, you get your Versa. You can use a pen. You can get this. I haven't got a pen. I've only got the pad. So, need to, let me just extend that bit of vinyl at the side there because I don't want to get the Versa marker on there. Let me just add a little bit of vinyl. In fact, you know what? I can just take that off. Just because it's quite close to the edge and I just want it to have a little bit of vinyl, so know, I don't go over the edge. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there, overlap it, but not cover the letters, just so I'm not accidentally going on there. Right, as you can see, I just extended it so that I didn't have any bare wood there. Right, so you can get a Versa pen. It might work better with this because it's only small, quite a fine writing. Okay, but this is all I've got, so I'm going to give it a try. What you do is I'm going to put it through all the lettering like that. Right, okay, I'm stenciling through. Honestly, I've never done this before, so I have no idea what this is going to look like. But I want to do 2 layers. I want to do a back layer that is black. And probably a top layer that's going to be white. I'm just going to set it off a little bit. Right, okay. I think I'm just checking to make sure the tops of letters are done. I think that's right. Right, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the stencil off and I'm going to shake that on. Let me get a tray. Also, I really should have tried this out first before showing you. I just thought I'd done it upside down, then I haven't done it upside down again. Right, okay, I'm going to peel this off. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. Peel it off. Where's my knife? Take out those. Right, honestly, right. I want black. Okay. Because it's a new one. Let's see how we go. It's a very, very long time since I have used embossing powders. A very long time. And honestly, I have never done this on wood before. So, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to... Oh no. I'm going to do it on a piece of paper. You know me. If I do it on a piece of paper, I can pour it back in. Can't I? Right. Go. That's that. Let's get that powder on there. So I can pour it back into the... Oh, it's got a hole. It's got a hole in the piece of card. Right. Never mind. Save the majority. That's all that matters. Now that'll do. Lid on. Okay, right. Here is the moment of truth. I've embossed it. I put the embossing powders on. See? Right, okay, it's stuck. Let's just get this heat gun on it now and see. Right, okay. First layer looks like it worked. So what it does is it melts that powder. Okay, can you see? And sort of glazes and melts it and sticks it to the wood. Yeah. Right, okay, that's the first layer. So now what I'm going to do, because that one looks like it worked. Okay, let's get rid of that. I'm just going to get this one and do exactly the same as the first one. I'm going to pick out the stencil and I'll come back to you when it's time to put that second layer on. Right, okay, I've done the second one, same as before, and I shall use that back piece to put my powder onto to recycle leftovers. Right, so let's make a little bit of space here. As per usual, I'm sort of crowding it in on myself. Okay, so I've got my sign, my Withering Heights sign. Okay, just get that here. Right, I want to put it over, but not exactly over, not directly. I want to shift it to one side. Okay, so it's creating like a bit of a shadow effect. So, first of all, I'm just going to put it over as if it was in line. Just over the top like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift it over just a little bit. Okay, so it's misaligned to the side. Okay, and I'm going to do the same as I did last time. I'm going to rub this on as best I can, making sure the centre of the letters that are not stuck to the words are pressed down the middle of the E's and the G. Okay, so, and then I want to peel it off carefully again and then give it another rub down. Okay. That middle of the knee there. Just make sure that's in its right place. Okay. Right. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to work. Let's press it down. We can try. Okay. Right, there we go. We've done that, we've moved it to the side. We're going to put this on again, and then we're going to put the white on and see if it works. Okay, let's start over here. Oh, right, okay. Right, moment of truth. I'm really not sure about this at all. Okay. I'm going to put the white embossing powder on. There we go. Oh, I am not feeling confident about this at all. Oh dear. Right. Come on. Right, let's. Okay. Let's get that bit of wood out of it. There we go. That's back in its pot. Right, okay, let's get the heat gun on this and see what it looks like. Okay, this melts it and makes it stick and makes it shine. That does not look as defined as I hoped it would, actually. I'm going to save this by just a tiny little bit of black acrylic paint just on the bits where the white has smudged over onto the black. Okay, so here you go. I'm going to show it you. Yep. Sorry, is that focused? Just going to take the black acrylic and where the white has gone onto the black, I'm merely just going to go over it just to define it. Okay, so in other words, I might as well have just done one layer of the white and then just put this shadow on afterwards. Yeah. So I could have just done it the once. Yeah, I could have just done the one stencil in the white and just added this black bit like I'm doing now. But you know what? I make the mistakes so that you. Yeah. I'm just basically going on the black and getting rid of the little white speckles that have bled over. Right, okay. Well, it's not my craft, is it? Unless I do some sort of disaster. You know what? I think that's done it. That's okay. So yeah, all you need to do is one layer, and then with the black acrylic, just highlight it. Use acrylic because it's going to go outdoors, okay? Right, so we have that bit. That bit done, the hardest bit, I think, because after that it's just merely the decoration of it. And for the decoration, we want to use the mesh. Oops, sorry. The mesh and that. And a clip maybe on that side. Right, okay, I'm just going to go and get some wire to attach it with. Okay, I've lost my fine wire, my reel of fine wire that I usually use, so I'm going to have to use this thicker wire. Okay, right, so I'm going to attach it with wire because you just know that that's not going to wash off in any sort of bad weather, isn't it? Is it? So I'm going to cut a nice big length of this. And how do I want that? Okay, sort of like that, I think. Okay, I want to attach it so that the wire is at the back, okay, and not going through the front, so you don't really see this wire. It wouldn't be so bad if I had that fine other wire, because you barely see that one, it's so thin. Right, okay, so I'm going to turn it over just so that I can make sure this is on there and I can twist it. That is not going to go anywhere and I can snip it off. Okay, that can press down there. That's not going to go anywhere. That is on there, a piece of wire. Okay. And this mesh, have I got any others? No. Right. Try and do that in the same sort of way. I might attach it. No, I will. I'll get a longer piece of wire. I'm just going to attach that in the same sort of way. I need someone to come and sort out my craft area, I think, in here, because I'm just losing stuff. Everything's just getting piled on top of itself because I have so much. Okay, I'm just going to feed that through the holes so that we can make it disappear behind. Stick that one up there. Yeah, it's just everything is closing in on me now, which makes it hard to find things. Okay, threading it through so that the wire is at the back. Okay, so it's nicely firmly on. Twist it, don't forget you don't see the back, so it doesn't matter. Snip it off. Push it down. Right. Okay, so we've got two bits of different sorts of mesh there. I need something over here as well, but let's concentrate on this side first. Right, we've got a big clip for you know, those messages that sometimes you need to leave. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to both attach it with a wire and I might put a blob of glue underneath as well. So let's just see if we can get that. Okay, I'm just going to twist it to secure it, cut it and push it underneath. Put the excess. Bend it. Oops. Okay, so it's attached by the wire, so even if the glue fails, even if the glue fails, it'll still be attached, but I am going to glue it. Okay, should we do that now? Not going to glue it just yet because I'm still going to be moving about a little bit with it and attaching the handles, etc. So for now, I've attached it to the sturdy wire with, I wouldn't attach it to that, that's not sturdy enough, that wire, that mesh, but I will be gluing it underneath just so that it's more firm when you open it. Okay, so I like that side. I might see if I can find a couple of buttons. Just 1 second, I'll come back and see if I can find something to add to that bit. Okay, I haven't found a button, but what I have found is this. And I think I found it, I'm not sure, but I think I found it at the local dump. Okay, the local Victorian one, I think. Okay, I quite fancy it there. Don't know if you can see. Quite fancy it on that bit there. So I'm probably going to attach it with a bit of wire here and a bit of glue there, I think. Or a bit of wire might just secure it actually. Anyway, I quite fancied that bit there. I'm not sure what to do here, but I'm going to attach the chain for the handle, I think. No, let me just attach this. Let's see how we go with this. Sorry, I'm just going to put that through a hole here and then I'm just going to twist it on itself. Okay, so it's secure, twisted on it. Okay, I'm going to, it's just because I don't want all the wires showing at the front. Okay, so then I can take that other one around the back. Around the back and up through a hole underneath and up through a hole. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. This is the joy of crafting when you can't practice beforehand. Okay, send that back underneath that. Okay, quite happy with that. Happy with that. Gonna send that behind. This is why I didn't glue it, because of all this doing and throwing. Right, I'm just gonna, how can I twist that? I'm gonna put it behind, twist it on to there. It's a good thing about wire, you can just twist it against itself and it's secure. Right, that's not going anywhere fast. we've got that, which will be glued there. That's on there for just a little bit of, don't know, a little bit of something. Okay, I hope you can see it. Right, now to attach the handle. How are we going to do that? We're going to do it with ball chain, okay? Have we got, there we go, there's the joints for ball chain. What are these? Oh, these are keyring size ones, okay. Right, now I don't want the short ones. I want the longer one. See how my table becomes very messy very quickly. Very messy very quickly. Right, okay, let's go for it. We want one over here, this side, and this is, I will be gluing this at the back so it doesn't slip off, which I have done before, if you remember, when I've done my other signs. Right, so I hope these fit. Actually, these look a bit big. Hair cutters. Okay, we've got that gnarly one off. Right, okay, so we've got one, and I want on it a ring. Okay, so we're going to hook the ring on. Right, so here's my chain. I will have to glue this on. Okay, otherwise it'll just slip off. It's on. Right, let me just turn that fastening to the back. So this is what we've got here, and I will twist it round that way. Okay, sorry. So we've got that chain, ball chain with a hoop on the end, because I will be attaching the hook to that. Right, we need this to be more or less the same on the other side. Or I will have to allow for weight, actually. So, by weight, I mean whatever's on this side of the wood might be heavier than that side. So, I may have to just alter the size of it, the size of this chain. Right, okay, just looking at it from above, trying to keep it straight on this table. I'm going to estimate that it finishes about there, so I want that one up there. And that cutting roughly about there. Right, this is going to be hit and miss if it works, okay. Want that and one of the rings. Okay, put the ring on through the chain, sticking it through the chain. Sorry, let me just move this. Just twisting it round so the joint is behind. Okay, right. Let's see. That can go. Should put it underneath. Right, let's see. Let's have a look at this. This is as per usual, sorry, getting a little bit fiddly. Okay, just as a rough idea, let's put that on. Okay. I think I might do something to this handle actually, so, or I might just leave it. Oh, don't know, decisions. Oh, right, how did I do it last time to stop it spinning forward? I think it was when I glued it on, it stopped it spinning forward. Okay, that's not too bad. Actually, that is not too... Right, just let me see what happens if I put this on. Right, no, that's fine. Right, okay. Right, so that looks like that worked. I've not finished yet. I want to do something else to it. Okay, but that looks like it works. Okay, let me bring it a little bit closer. You've got your mesh. You've got a little clip to clip something on. You've got your sign. Right, this needs a little bit of something else though. This needs a little bit of something here. I think before we glue this on, I can just take that off. Before we glue this on, I think I'm going to put a little bit of embossing powders on the corner here with some mica flakes. Okay, so I'm just going to do it roughly, just in the corner like that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oops. Okay, and I want the khaki one. And I also want, so there we go, show you. You can't see it very well because it's not, I've not put the heat gun on it, but oops. There you go, put some khaki in the corner there. And also what I want to put on there is some flakes. Let me just turn this on. Plug it back in again. Right, I want to add some flakes as well. But the flakes might blow away. So I might add it as I'm going. Okay, as it melts. Okay, that looks really nice. I like that. I might add it somewhere else as well. Just look at it. Right, the flakes don't stay on. I might try and put some mica powder on and see if they'll stay on. It's not mica powder, sorry. Some Versamark on. You know me. Experiment, give it a go. No, they mostly blew off. A few have attached, but the rest are all over everywhere. Okay, right, so there's a few on there. Let me just get a wipe and wipe these off my table. Then we can carry on and just finish it off. Okay, I found, I think it's my very last big bee. Okay, a big sort of antique looking bee. I really should buy some more of those. That corner actually looks nice with that mica flakes on it, and the gold, which I thought was khaki, but it's gold because this doesn't say gold on it anywhere, does it? But anyway, that's gold. Oh yeah, classic gold, very small writing. Okay, what I thought was khaki, classic gold. It looks lovely. It's got a few mica flakes stuck in it. That looks nice. I'll try and give you a close up at the end. And I think that bee will match it perfectly. But first of all, what I need to do is, just for stability, like I've done before with these frames, I'm going to glue these chains on at the back. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the position that I want it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my E600 because it dries absolutely solid. And I'm going to glue these chains on. It just stops it slipping off tilting forward, that sort of thing. So a lovely big heavy portion of that all the way along the chain. Let gravity pull that glue down. Right, okay, that's probably going to take a while to dry. I might just help it along with the heat gun. Then I'll come back and I shall, when it's dry enough to move, then I'll flip it over so that I can glue the back of the clip. But I'm just might give it a helping hand with this heat gun, but not too close. Okay, that has really dried it very quickly. It's still probably a bit wet on the inside, but it's got a good skin on it, so that's certainly enough. Just in case, I'm just going to sit it on the plate, just so it's not leaning on it. But yeah, that's got a good skin on it after just a couple of minutes. Okay, I won't glue it on the front, don't need to do that. But what I do want to do is I want to glue this. Where's my glue? Here it is. Okay. Actually, this is coming together quite nicely. After the disaster, or what I thought was going to be a disaster with the writing, that's looking quite nice. So, although it's tied on with the wire, I do want to secure it, and I'm going to use a lovely big thick blob. I'm going to press it down. Okay. And then I'm going to use the heat gun on that just to help it along a little bit. Okay, I've just dried that for roughly about 60 seconds. It stuck it a fair amount to be able to work with the rest of it. Okay, it won't thoroughly dry till tomorrow probably, but that is now firmly on there. We've now got the bee, which I want to attach over here, because I just think with that embossing that's on here with the microflakes, I just think it looks a little beehive like. So I'm going to pop that bee on there using this glue. Nice big wedge of it. Let's put it on the chain and on the wood. Okay. Don't forget that's E6000 glue. Absolutely great stuff that is. Right, I'm going to do exactly the same with that. I'm just going to apply a little bit of heat just for a minute, just to help it on its way. Okay, I think we can put it together now. And at the start of this, I thought, oh my goodness me, like I always do, this is not going to work, or something did go wrong. But let's put it together, because I am feeling quite confident about this allotment sign. Okay, right, so I'm going to hook. I've done nothing to this because Carol has cleaned that beautifully, and I've not needed to paint it or anything. It wasn't particularly overly rotten, so that's okay. So that's that hooked on there, right, just with those rings, and on the ball chain. I've got my bee on there. He's secure. You see my bee. You'll see it all properly in a minute. My bee is there. All my bits and pieces over there. Right, now my plan for this, so you can, I've put a note on there, gone larking, plant bulbs later. Okay, just clipped a little note on there. And then this, I envisaged having one of my little dishes that I found on Local Tip, something like that. Put some water in it. Okay, and then you can cut a few of your little flowers out your garden. Obviously I haven't got green fingers and I don't have any flowers, but I do have some fake lavender, so you can pretend I filled it with water. Okay, and I've just cut these flowers off the allotment, stuck them in that bucket. The sign is hanging up on the shed or somewhere in the shed, on the shed, wherever. And we get our little bucket. Okay, can you imagine it? Got our little bucket. Right. This nail, the original nail that was on it. Hook it on. Got water in there. You've put your little flowers in. You've hung it up. And there you go. You've got some flowers from the allotment. You've got Withering Heights. Don't forget, it's an allotment on a sunny spot on a hill, and they're not very green fingered, so it's called Withering Heights. It's got a little clip so you can put a note on. Like I said, that one says gone larking, plant bulbs tomorrow, S. Okay, right, so there you have it. That's the one you voted for. You voted for the wood, the handle, the mesh, the clips, usual sort of thing. But there you go, an allotment sign. And you know what? I'm actually very pleased with it. I thought it was going to be a disaster. When I first looked at that writing, I thought, oh, that embossing hasn't worked. But you know what? We saved it. A little bit of black acrylic, we saved it. So don't forget, you don't need to emboss. You can just do the painting and then just go down the edges on one side of all your letters with black paint. Okay, and you're good to go. It just makes it stand out a little bit more. So there you go. Allotment sign with somewhere to put your picked flowers off your little plot. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when we put any videos up. And also don't forget, if you really enjoyed it, we have got the Ko-fi link down below which you can donate the price of a coffee to us, and we appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.